always has something to say. I can imagine it's hard times, not every child is in school. And this little boy, all I hear is, "You damn moron." It's not okay to say to your sibling. I can't remember if he said "you damn idiot" or "you damn moron." I can't remember. No. I was highly amused at the "you damn moron." It wasn't okay to say, but nonetheless, it was funny. So, I have been spending a lot of time with my sister. Mads ASMR kind of has this oil sound to it. A lot of time with my sister Mads ASMR, and some of our family members moved away from us, so me and my sister are the only ones in close proximity. We're from Texas, and the majority of our family is there, but we came out here with my mother and brother and me and my sister when we were almost 16. And I've been out of the house 4 years now, and they moved away, relatively far away. It's not convenient to get to them, and my sister is in one town and I'm in another, so we have been seeing a lot of each other, which we didn't do before. I love my sister, but we just didn't spend a lot of time together. If you're not a twin, you don't understand the idea of never being alone. And we spent every moment together. I don't know what it's like not to be with someone. And so when I moved out and we were older as teenagers, it was kind of challenging. It was just kind of like a split down the middle. It wasn't a subtle distancing, and felt like we needed that time for ourselves. Some individual Maddie time and Grace, who are they separately rather than being the twins and all of that. And so last week I had a doctor's appointment that I was really nervous about, and she was so sweet and went with me, and she stayed the night at my place, and then the following night I stayed with her, and late into the evening that next day, and then she wasn't doing so well.